Hey everyone, it's Miles here, a strategic business coach and founder of Miles More Customers, helping small businesses to get and keep more customers. In this video, I'm going to share with you 4 mistakes that I commonly see small business owners make that cost them customers. So if you're the kind of business owner right now who has never lost a customer, then well done, you probably don't need to watch this video. If, however, you found that at some point in the past you have lost a customer, this video is definitely going to be really useful, and by the end you're going to be a lot more clear on what you need to do to keep more customers so that they don't leave you and go elsewhere. So 4 things you need to be aware of that are probably costing you customers. Number 1, focusing too much on new sales. I always say focusing too much energy on new sales is like a person who has an affair. The problem is not the problem. The problem is they've stopped focusing their attention on everything that's great about their current relationship, and instead of focusing on somebody else. Most small businesses I see are spending a heck of a lot of time focused on how do we get new customers, rather than spending time going, how do we improve and nurture and grow the relationships we've already got. So if you're a small business right now that's growing, of course you need to focus on new sales. But even if you've only got 1 customer, that relationship with that 1 customer should be more important than your new sale focus. That doesn't mean don't get new sales, but I'm saying your current client focus should be more than your new focus, because your current clients already know you, like you, and trust you. Second, no higher level. I see, if you look at martial arts, there's certain belt grades you can go through. Every year, iPhone brings out a new phone. It's almost like 2 every year now. So they're constantly coming out with new improved ways. And in fact, most of their new improved ways are just refinements of the previous. I'm currently shooting this on an iPhone 8, which isn't that much different than my iPhone 7. But it's slightly improved, and the subconscious mind is telling me, oh, I need the new iPhone because I need the new thing that's an essential thing. When you go into the supermarket, there's several things you can buy. So the key thing as a business is, if you find that people are leaving, it could be that you haven't got a new higher level. And if you just offered them the next level up, they would be more likely to stay with you. For instance, with the work that I do with small business owners, I have a mastermind program, and some people were leaving the program, and I said, well, why did you leave? And they said the reason why they left is because they really, what they wanted was a next level, and they didn't know that I had that. So I offered the next level, and they came back. So having a higher level, as long as you add more value, you don't just randomly come up with a new level and don't add more value. You've got to have value to match it. But I believe if you come up with new ways that improve your current customer experience, you're more likely to keep those customers you've already got. Number 3, recently I did some training with a big corporate gym, corporate health club. And the CEO, when we were sitting down negotiating over the training, said, my biggest concern, Miles, with doing this training is what if my staff leave as a result of the training? And I said, well, they're either gonna leave anyway or not. But I said the point that he was making, and that's actually my second point, was he said the most important people in the business, Miles, is the customer. And I said, you're wrong. And he said, what do you mean I'm wrong? Of course it's the customer. I said, it's not. The most important people in your business are your team. Because if you don't look after your team, people buy people. So if your customers don't have a good experience and they don't have a good relationship with your staff, they're going to leave. So you need to make your staff the most important people in your business if you want to keep your customers. So you must reinvest in your team for growth, because they are the people that keep your customers long term. And the last thing I already kind of started to say there is training. You've got to consistently train yourself. You've got to consistently train your team. I just went back to it, but that CEO said, I don't know if I want to reinvest in the team. And I said, well, if you don't reinvest in the team, they're going to go elsewhere because they're dissatisfied with their work. If you reinvest, he said, what if I reinvest in them and then they leave and go elsewhere? I said, well, better to have such an effective work culture, which means that when you rehire in, you've got a great culture, than a bad, rotting culture that sees high staff turnover, absenteeism, low effectiveness, low productivity, low sales, low morale, low everything. Better to retrain them and have a great effective workplace than a poor effective workplace. So the 4th reason why you lose customers is if you don't retrain your team in how to provide an effective experience for your clients, for your customers, that sees people want to stick around. I know there's certain places which I go, like hotels, restaurants, bars, that the place on the outside is not that great. Me and my wife, we go to an amazing Turkish restaurant, which on the outside looks a bit shabby, but the reason we go is because the staff treat us like kings and queens. And I know for a fact, because I've trained their staff, shameless plug, I know for a fact that the business owner trains their staff constantly on how they communicate with the members, how they communicate with the clients, so that I and other people, when they come in, immediately think, oh my God, this place looked terrible on the outside, but actually it's amazing, and they feel so welcome. So 4 things, and the last one really important, training. Again, you know, I've said this maybe if you've seen any of my other videos, but if you want to know about how I can help you with training a team so that you get more customers and keep more customers, then drop me an email, miles@milesmorecustomers.com, or drop me a text message. I'd be more than happy to have a chat with you and provide you with a complimentary session for you and your team. Anyway, that's enough for this video. Take care. See you soon.